Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Appreciate you checking this video out. So we have season 7 for Apex Legends that's coming tomorrow night, November the 4th. Figured I would do kind of a quick patch notes review. There's a lot here. This is probably one of the most ambitious patches that Apex has had in quite a while. So I am going to try to be brief, try to make this a consumable video for you guys and really hit on the important points that are going to be added to the game tomorrow night. So hopefully this will go by fairly quickly, but there is a lot here, and there's a lot of important stuff here. But so if I browse through or scroll through some stuff that you guys are more interested in seeing, make sure you go check out the patch notes yourself. All right, let's get into it. So obviously first we have a new Legend, Horizon. If you haven't gone to see her like origin story trailer, you really need to go check it out. It's a really great story. Respawn is doing really well with lore in Apex. I'm really into it. It took them a while, but I'm really glad that they've been putting a lot into it right now. So gravity manipulation is her kind of thing. Her passive is spacewalk, increases air control and reduces fall impacts with a custom spacesuit, which is really cool. So she probably has like 0 G when she moves around, or maybe when she jumps. Our tactical is gravity lift, so it reverses the flow of gravity, lifting players upward and boosting them outward as they exit. So kind of like a bum rush, I guess, ability. And her ultimate is black hole. It deploys Newt to create a micro black hole that sucks in nearby legends. I heard somebody today kind of compare this to like the ult of someone that's in Overwatch. And that kind of sounds like it. Like if people are spread out but they're in the basically like AoE of where it can like pull them all together. Or if you want to push them away from like if they're fighting your teammate, that could probably be used for that too. So yeah, I'm really excited to play her. To be honest, like I feel like the last few hero editions were really lackluster. Rampart was really fun, and Rampart is fun casually, but for the more competitive, ranked players, she really doesn't have a spot there. It took a while when Crypto was introduced. He wasn't really that exciting or great, and it took a long time for him to like find his spot in the meta, I guess you could say. The same with like some of the other few last legends that have been introduced. They were either extremely lackluster, or it just took them many seasons to really like find their spot in the meta. So I'm really excited to play her. She sounds like she'll be fun. She sounds like she'll be different, and she'll be interesting to play. All right, new map is Olympus. We have a new map coming to the Apex Arena. Really excited for this. The Kings Canyon and World's Edge right now are very like dark and bleak and brown and desert, and the color scheme of it is just very deep and dark colors. And to have this with Olympus where it's like very bright and greens and yellows and light blues, and it's gonna be a really nice new addition. I saw some people play it that were testing it out, and it just like the graphical aspect of it just looks really good. So I hope whatever PC rig you're playing on or whatever console you're playing on, I hope you are able to play at some pretty high graphics to get this color scheme, because it pops really well. Okay, so it is a flying city. Really reminds me of Bioshock Infinite, by the way. When I saw this, I was like, oh, really? So it's a utopia in clouds. It was once a place where the brightest minds of aliens could gather and exchange, blah, blah, blah. So it's basically like it used to be a city. Rotating agriculture towers, a tunnel of phase energy running through the center, and it lets you cross the map in seconds. So that's going to be really good for traversal. It also makes me wonder how big the map looks. If I look at it right here, it really doesn't look that big, but that's just from the perspective of just this one picture. So I'm worried if it is like so small, is the traversal of it going to get annoying to have something like the phase runner. So the other thing too, that from what I've heard is, obviously this is a floating city, so there are many more risks of literally falling off the map. I know with the maps right now, you really can't fall off unless you're like at the very edge of the map, but like there's places like this hole right here in the map that you have potential for straight up falling off. Maybe right here too, and probably some on the other sides too, so be careful with that. The new vehicle, the Trident. I will say, I haven't read this yet, but I was really worried and I was very skeptical when I saw that there was going to be a vehicle in Apex Legends. I had seen them introduced in other BRs and I just hated them. I just thought there was no place for vehicles in Battle Royale games. Apex already has a really, really bad third-party issue with how the maps are balanced right now. Well, not just how the maps are balanced, but how people play it anyway. So having a third party roll up in a vehicle like kind of just worries me a little bit, especially for like casual players. I mean, I consider myself a casual player. I'm not a pro player. I don't play at a high tier, but that just makes me think that third parties are going to be more persistent, I guess. But like I said, I haven't read this, so I could read this now and it could completely change my mind. Okay, it's a hovered car design for your whole squad. Okay, not a good start. Cruise the highways to avoid choke points or use your boost to soar over jumps. This thing is made to speed up those early game rotations. Yeah, again, with the map, I'm not sure. Drive in third person or ride as a passenger in first person. That's interesting. With full shooting capabilities. Okay, so you drive in... Okay, that makes sense. You drive in third person. The Trident is durable, so it will never explode, but damage applied from any enemy fire will be dispersed among players in the car. Okay. Don't worry, you can still do full damage to players by hitting them directly, so we expect to see some amazing Kraber shots. Ooh, yeah, true. Disembark to park it anywhere and use... Okay, so... Okay, so it is straight up a vehicle. I wonder how often they are going to be throughout, like how rare they're going to be. I just don't want to see a bunch of people like rolling up in Tridents. Okay. Oh yeah, I did see this too. To help understand and explore the map, this mode teams you up with 30 legends on Olympus and allows you to roam the map and learn it. I really like that they added this. Like, one thing that I think people are really missing from Apex right now is like custom games that you can do yourself, or like a sandbox mode or something, so people can have the freedom for that. So I think this is the start of it, having this like preview mode where you just go and explore the map and that's it. There's no pressure of somebody's gonna come up and kill you. But it is only available for 1 week right here. Okay, clubs are going to be a really cool addition. I'm excited to see this. I have a little bit of question marks. Within the season, we're introducing clubs. Join a club with like-minded legends and make it easier to find your champion squad. Don't see a particular club you like, then create one and let your friends know. So people that are members of podcast communities or other gaming communities, stream communities, whatever, can make a basically club and have them join, and you don't necessarily have to be like friends with somebody to then team up and play with them and see if they're online. So I really like this. My question though is, and I'm actually going to go ahead and click into here, can you join more than one club? Because I have at least 2 podcast communities that I'm a part of that I would love to see a club for. I have at least maybe 3 or 4 stream communities of Apex streamers that I enjoy watching that I would love to be a part of their club. So can you join multiple clubs? Kind of like multiple Discord servers. Okay, so it's a social feature. More than just a secondary friends list. See what they've been up to. If you don't hire communities, use the club. At the launch of season 7, there will be a new tab for clubs. There's a handful of clubs. Okay, let's see. Creating a club. Let's see. Logo. It's worth keeping there because okay, yeah, crossplay. Crossplay is really good too. Now that crossplay is enabled, if you have, or if you're part of a group that they only play on the opposite platform that you do, this is a really good way to keep in touch with them. Clubs are bound to the data center the owner was on at the time the club's created. That's interesting. This way, all your club members should have similar ping when grouped up. You won't find clubs from other data centers in your list unless you connect to that data center. You can, however, see. That's gonna be interesting. That's interesting. Okay, I'm not sure about that. The way that I'm reading this though is you can only be part of one club. There can only be one owner per club, but there can be multiple of every other rank. If you want all your friends to be admins, promote them all. Club badges. Yeah, the way that I read this is you can only be part of one club, which, well, I don't know. That's got a number by it. Well, that's probably who's online. The way that I read this is you can only be part of one club at a time, which kind of sucks because, like I said, if you're in multiple gaming communities, and you just like leave and come back. Interesting. Edit club. Yeah, I'm gonna have to see how this works tomorrow because I'm a little skeptical of it. It's a great idea. It's a great start, but like I really want to be part of multiple clubs, you know? So, but it's great. Especially that they added this after crossplay. It's fantastic. Okay, coming to Steam, which is awesome. I'm actually really highly considering transferring all my stuff over to Steam because I don't use Origin for anything else. Apex is literally the only game I have on Origin. So if I transfer this over to Steam and I can just get rid of Origin completely, great. Because I already have Steam. I already have most of my games on Steam, so I don't really need it. And again, I really do like that all of your stuff comes over from Origin. All your progress and all your unlocks are carrying over. And then obviously you get these perks with it too, which are really fun. Okay, we'll scroll a little bit through Battle Pass. Here's some new skins. This one's very like Fortnite-y. I hope nobody finds that offensive, but this is very Fortnite-ish. Okay, so Battle Pass. Okay, now let's get into the nitty-gritty of it. Interesting. So weapons have been removed from the replicator, and they are now replaced with shield batteries. Okay, cool. Airdrop clarity, won't worry about that. All right, so how they're gonna do map rotations? I read about this earlier. So Olympus will be the only map you can play on for 2 straight weeks, and then after that, it'll go into a rotation of Olympus and World's Edge, and Kings Canyon will be vaulted. Okay, cool. I like that. I didn't realize that. I thought Kings Canyon was still gonna be on ranked, but I guess it is not. So the first half of the rank split will be Olympus. Second half will be World's Edge. Really similar to what they did for season 6. It was first half World's Edge, second half Kings Canyon. So yeah, that really makes sense. All right, so let's go into legend changes. Bangalore, not too bad with Rolling Thunder. Caustic Legends no longer get a blurred vision effect. That's good. Damage updated. Yeah, the blurred vision thing like really gets me sometimes. Okay, life of the party. Decoys have more health. Oh, okay, that's cool. Octane gets like a little bit of a buff when the healing rate, or sorry, a nerf. Or no, okay, it is a buff. It is a buff. Okay. So a lot of these are some pretty good buffs. Oh, this actually kind of makes me happy. I know this isn't that big of a deal, but it took me forever to figure out how to use Loba's her black market thing, whatever it's called. And the fact that ammo took up one spot was like really annoying. So now that it doesn't, you can take all of the ammo, so that's great. Rampart's shield, nothing exciting about her. All right, Pathfinder got some changes. Everyone said Pathfinder is going to be OP next season, so let's see what it is. Pathfinder continues to be an overachiever in terms of win rate, really. The good news is that his grapple change in 6.1 didn't move his win rate much. We're doing 2 things. We're adjusting his hitboxes, and we're putting in tuning for grappling hook that will firmly move it into buff territory. More context below. He is tall but extremely skinny hitbox. He is a very skinny robot. A lot of his model isn't actually shootable, in particular his arms and his legs don't represent a shooter area. Okay, so here's before and after. This is a really cool comparison. So they're basically making him like not necessarily shorter, but more like stout. Does that make sense? No, that's the word that I'm looking for. Like he's not particularly shorter. They're just making him a little more stout. You can tell it particularly like right here. Yeah. Where they're making him a little bit different. Not too much. But I guess he just like escapes really easily. Hitboxes. There's a lot of negative space around his arms and legs. Oh, okay. Yep. Yeah, I get that. Okay, it's a little bit of nerf on him. He'll still be considerably harder to hit than most characters. Yep. You're making a number of changes to his grappling hook. We shipped a very conservative version of this change now. We know this didn't meaningfully affect his win rate, how frustrating it is to fight him. We're shipping. Okay, so he no longer needs to be on the ground for grappling hook to be considered finish. He no longer... Okay, interesting. The speed which he needs to drop for us to consider grappling hook finished was increased. Okay, cool. Okay, so his grapple is getting pretty good buff. The maximum cooldown was can be set to was lowered from 30 to 35. The maximum of travel time before the new cooldown is set. Oh, okay. I see what they're doing here. It's a lot about the cooldown and when it can be used. The amount of distance you can travel before you hit maximum cooldown was roughly doubled. Wow. Okay. All right. Cool. I feel like I saw a lot of people on Twitter saying that like, oh my fucking god, like, oh, Pathfinder is like gonna be so good. I mean, these are really great changes for him, but I don't think it's gonna make a dramatic difference. I mean, I think he will still be used and he may get used more often, but I don't think he's gonna be like OP. Okay, R99 is out of supply drop. R99 is back. Damage is going from 12 to 11. Cool. Oh, the Prowler is in supply drop. No, I just started loving the Prowler. Okay, so then that means select fire gets removed. Dang it. All right, I'm going to have to, when I hop on after I make this video, I'm going to have to only play Prowler. Rest in peace, Prowler. So sad. Okay, fully equipped weapons. Okay, so these are like the gold weapons that you would find in like the bunker right now has the gold triple take, but obviously the rest of these drop as well. Devotion Mastiff. Ooh, nothing feels better than a gold Devo, let me tell you. Mastiff triple take flatline Volt. I don't think I've ever seen a gold Volt before. That's interesting. Wingman is kind of meh. Sentinel is meh. Havoc is not bad. G7 is meh. Alternator is okay. So like Alternator and Havoc will be good. Like maybe G7 would be okay, but like I don't see anyone. I mean, unless you're just like amazing at your shots, of course. Like Wingman and Gold Wingman and Sentinel is like whatever. Okay, Hemlock. Oh wow, increasing the recoil for the first 3 shots, slightly off to the right. That's interesting. In was it season 6 or was it a mid-season patch where they completely changed the recoil for like all of the guns? So now they're stepping it back a bit. Yeah, okay, they're doing that for the Havoc 2 and for the L-Star. So they're changing recoil on these again. I mean, I think the Hemlock to me felt like a lot better than it used to when they did the recoil changes. Havoc felt okay. L-Star didn't feel any different. So some Sentinel changes to the base damage. Wow, okay. It's increasing. Nice. Fire rate of triple takes getting lowered. I think that will be really nice too. All right, hop-ups. Quick draw holster hop-up. Oh, it's a new hop-up. Okay. So it attaches to the RE45 and the Wingman. When equipped, the gun becomes quicker to raise and lower. Okay. And it takes less time to ADS and has reduced hip fire spread, particularly when not actively moving. This should open up new opportunities to use the 2 weapons, especially in close. Yeah, especially the Wingman. Because the Wingman has like such a big kickback or something. I mean, the 45 does too, but because it's like an auto weapon. But the wingman has such a high kickback, so it'll help the fire rate too. The select fire will be removed. Yeah, obviously. Okay, meta changes. Evo armor requirements increased. Ooh, okay. We increased the requirements to evolve Evo armor in order to reduce the amount of players with red. Yeah, I do see a lot of red Evo armor people, but honestly, I kind of don't think that has to do with the armor requirements. I think that has to do with the chance of picking up a purple shield at the very beginning of the fucking game. Like, honestly, I think it would be great if there was only like white and blue shields at the beginning, but that's just me. Okay, so they're increasing the damage a little bit. Yeah, okay. All right, that's interesting. So it's not gonna feel so I wonder how time to kill is gonna feel with these changes. Ring damage is getting changed a little bit. Oh, it's getting lowered. Okay. Interesting. Not bad. I mean, usually ring really hurts around like the 4th or 5th one. So the fact that it's been getting decreased, like maybe that is going to support more endgame fights. I don't know, we'll see. We've made some changes. We've made some advancements in footstep audio playing more reliably. Yeah, I'll believe that shit when I see it. Let's see about that. We have more work being done that will continue to roll out as it gets completed. Yeah, I mean, I think that's probably one of the biggest complaints people have is the audio. Like sometimes you just straight up never hear people coming behind you. Okay, so these are just a lot of issues right here. Okay, so that's not super bad. Patch notes were not that great. I think some of the big takeaways is obviously Horizon, Olympus, Trident, clubs. Again, I think I just need to hop into it and see how it is. I get the vibe you can only be in one club, which really sucks. I would really love to just be in multiple clubs, but so like how am I supposed to decide what club I want to be in, you know? So I'm kind of like bummed about that if it is only one club. And then yeah, Pathfinder is getting the most rework, but I don't think it's that dramatic. I don't think anyone needs to freak out about it. So yeah, it looks fantastic. I'm really excited to hop onto it. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Looking over season 7 for Apex Legends. Make sure you guys hop on tomorrow, November 4th. I believe it releases at 8 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. I am super excited to drop into it. I hope you guys are too. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Feel free to comment down below. Let me know what you guys think. Are you excited for Horizon? What do you guys think of Olympus? Are you sad the King's Canyon is no more? Are you sad like me that the Prowler is getting vaulted, or it's only getting in drops? I am very sad about that. Anyway, thank you guys so much for hanging out and watching this. I really appreciate it. If you guys want to come check out my stream, make sure you do twitch.tv/Lydia, and we will be playing season 7. See you guys.